I heard a beautiful story from one of our ulama. He said, when I was young, said I was 15, 16 years old, and I had already started my Hawza studies. He said, I would see a man in our neighborhood who, in the beginning of the night, he would start drinking. By the end of the night, every single night he would be drunk. And when he got drunk, he would always try to have a conversation with me. But he said, I always ran away from him. I never really wanted to have a conversation with him because I knew he's not in the right state of mind. And what's this guy going to say to me? I was young. I was studying in the seminary. I also wanted to uphold the reputation for myself. He said one day, I was stuck. I was waiting for a ride. I couldn't get home. There was nobody in the street. It was past midnight. And I saw this guy coming from far. And he was drunk and he could not even walk. And I said to myself, this is going to be the most awkward conversation. This is going to be horrible. He said, but I waited out. I had to wait there. He said he came close to me. He said to me, Shaykh, I've been trying to tell you something. I said, what is it? He said, I've been trying to tell you that once you wake up for Salat al-Fajr, if you pray the night prayers, ask Allah for forgiveness for me. Tell Allah that I want to repent. I want to stop. I'm tired of this life. So he said, I was surprised. I was shocked. I said to him, well, why don't you say that to Allah yourself? Why do you want me to tell him on your behalf? He said, because my tongue is najis. I don't want to speak to Allah while my tongue is najis, while there's najasa in my stomach. You do it on my behalf. He said, I broke down in tears. He said, come close to me. Let us make a dua together. Let us speak to Allah together. He said to me, if you please accompany me to my home, help me, let me do a ghusl of istighfar. Help me ask for forgiveness. He said, I went with him. He did ghusl, he came out, he wore a brand new attire. He said, please, why don't you pray and I will pray with you. He said, we prayed Salat al-Layl, then we prayed Salat al-Fajr. He said, then I went home. He told me, Shaykh, before you go, please promise me that you will let me hang out with you, with your friends. I don't want to go back to my friends. I don't want to go back to the life I had. I said to him, yes. So he said the next day, the most awkward scene for people was this person who they knew who he was now hanging out with a bunch of sheikhs. Going with them to eat and then going to the masjid and then going out. May Allah bless this alim. May Allah bless the akhlaq and the humility of this alim. A alim is not above ImamHussain. ImamHussain, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Rasulullah, they had such audiences. They gave time to such people. They heard them. Who are we to say, no, we can't. We have to keep a distance. To judge them by the way they dress, to judge them by the way they look, to judge them by their behaviors. He said every single day we would do salah and whatnot. Long story short, he says the eve of Friday, Laylatul Jumu'ah, Thursday night, he said we went to one of the holy shrines. There we read Dua Kumail. We did the ziyarah of ImamHussain. إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاة. Hussein is that ark of salvation. Hussein will help you. He said he did the ziyarah of ImamHussain and he went home. He said Friday noon, we were about to meet with him somewhere so we can go to the masjid. He didn't show up. We waited for him. He didn't show up. He said, I went to their home. I heard cries coming from the home. I knocked at the door. His wife came. She said, my husband passed away this morning. She said when he was taking his last breath in the last moments, he knew that he was about to go. He says to me, come. Please tell this Shaykh he has not neglected me in the past week. Don't neglect me now. I know it's a shame for you to come to my janazah and to pray on my janazah for whom I was. But you're a witness to my tawbah, my istighfar. Please come to my janazah. Please pray on my body. Please place me in my grave. This should be the example for all religious institutions, for all the ulama, for all the scholars, for all the practicing mu'mineen and mu'minat in our community.